Hello everybody and welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. You are here with the head coach of your Iki Town Incineroar, Coach Oak himself. This week, it's not the recorder's fault. Postcom this week because, quite bluntly, I was eating supper while I battled. So, I wasn't really wanting to munch on some nice chicken while trying to record at the same time and talk. So, that was a little too much for me. So, but that was fine. Battle got done. All well and good. That's more important. Good chance the recorder would have died out anyways. So here we are. We are up against Big Daddy Dave or Large Father Dave or the Chicago Conkelders Dave. As you can see, we are not doing well this season. We'll just pretend that 16th isn't a thing. Dave is near us on the record, so both of us looking to push our way up out of that relegation zone, hopefully. Yeah, things and stuff. We have brought a Adamant Scarf, Incineroar, Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Darkest Lariat, and Parting Shot. Darkest Lariat in case he hit a couple things on teams that could set up defenses. So just in case of that, as a failsafe. I can't top of head remember all of the rest of his team. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Oh wait, I'm smart. I can pull it up on the dock. Ha 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 ha. So Dave, literally, like, the way the draft was going, all the things I wanted were gone. And it looked like I was going to get Mega Scizor. It was falling. It looked like it might be time, and then he took it. So, you know, I need revenge for sniping my whole draft plan. Which at the time was Mega Scizor Gliscor. Even though I got Gliscor in another league at pretty well the same time. So, I think it was actually like 4 rounds into the draft. So, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't really want Gliscor in 2 leagues. I wanted to learn how to use it. But, so he has also a Roserade, a Comfey, a Haxorus, an Araquanid, and a Galarian Corsola. So, Darkest Lariat, more so for the Corsola, and potentially for the Araquanid as well. So, as you see, both of us have pretty defensive teams with just a little bit of offense. Also, he stole my Sneasel. Or I stole his Sneasel for the first week, but, you know, don't do that. Don't steal people's Sneasels. So, as I said, we have Scarf Adamant Incineroar, Outspeed Mega Scizor. It doesn't actually outspeed max speed Sneasel, which isn't ideal. But there was a chance he dropped some speed on Sneasel to go Adamant. I wasn't quite sure. Like, he could speed tie with Raikou, but I wasn't sure if that was worth it for him when I shared this thing. And that I thought he might want to go Adamant for a little more breakier type team. Because after that, my top speed is Kyurem. Yeah, so he could drop all the way down to that. Which I kind of thought he might want to do, so I didn't mind being, and Jolly Scarf didn't outspeed Sneasel either, so that didn't make a big difference. But I could outspeed everything else with Incineroar, mostly just a Parting Shot around. We have the Kyurem is not quite max speed, which it probably should have been in hindsight, but it was mostly max speed. I think I was outspeeding the Rotom, the Freeze Dry, Toxic, Roost, and Sub. With leftovers. This team had Rillaboom on it for a long time. I went for a few different builds of this team. Raikou is Calm Mind, Substitute, with leftovers, Scald, and Discharge. That classic set. Clefable is the no attacks, Taunt Bait, Stealth Rock, Teleport, Wish, Protect, max defensive Wartortle, Flip Term, Scald, Ice Beam, and Rapid Spin. With the Wish support this time, I like it a whole lot better. Wartortle is low-key, can take some hits, boys. Like, it takes some hits real nice. And then, fun fact, Clefable was Cute Charm, because I'm dumb, and forgot to put Magic Guard on. And Hawlucha was Limber, because I'm dumb, and forgot to put Unburden on it. And it was a different set. It was Acrobatics, Sub, Taunt, U-Turn. I wanted some Taunters, and I messed around with a few different Taunters, Rillaboom, Incineroar. Hawlucha kind of ended up being the one that ended up coming. At one point, I had like 3 in the team, but as I said, this was a weird kind of build in a way. But with the Lychee Berry, yeah, let's go Lychee Berry, the one that raises the attack. So theoretically, because I'm faster than everyone on his team except for Barraskewda naturally, sub up until I hit that Lychee Berry, go faster. Then I've got my Unburdened boost plus the attack boost and hit hard with Acrobatics. U-turn taunt was more right. I can outspeed the Sneasel, scare it out, do some things like that. Was kind of the idea. Obviously, it doesn't come in clean on Sneasel, but Yeah, so as I said, this went through. It's kind of a weird team because there were some things I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with them. So yeah, that is the team. We are going to lead with the Clefable, I believe. Yes. I expect Barraskewda or Rotom, neither of which I really minded being in on. Partly because at this point I thought it was Magic Guard and wouldn't fear the Toxic. I didn't think he'd lead the Scizor. If he did, that would be kind of the worst case scenario, but good chance I could just come out and get up the Stealth Rocks right away. As you can see, he wants to pivot a fair amount with this team. I have a Rocky Helmet on the Clef as well, so if Barraskewda flip turns on it, it's going to take good ship of damage. You know, keeping up rocks as much as we can is good to try to do some damage. We'll put this on slow, not real slow. I talk too fast anyways, we'll go slow. So we'll get the Rotom Heat out, so I'm okay with this. We're going to full switch. From that I see seems to be no special attack investment, or very little. I don't know his exact set, but it seems to me kind of max HP, probably max speed. It could be one of the defenses, I'm not sure. So we're just going to put the rocks, then we're going to wish on the second turn. As he goes back into the Rotom, he could kill me with Overheat here, so I kind of have to protect to keep this healthy. He does go for it. Keep me honest, and I believe I'm going to teleport now as he's going to defog. So I see, okay, this is Defogger, so it's not Gliscor, which is kind of the two options, which is good to know. I mean, tells me this isn't Scarf and things like that. So we're just going to go into the Kyurem. If he's not Scarf, I mean, Overheat will do a little chip, but not a ton. But we resist both dual stabs. There's not a whole lot of coverage Rotom gets. So, put up a sub. I want to see what he went into. I could have clicked Toxic, but put up a sub. He goes Scizor. There's no real point in staying in on Scizor. I could have got a little bit of chip, but I wanted to try to get momentum in case he Sword Stance. He goes just for the Bullet Punch, so I go into Wartortle, who eats that pretty good. Fire off a Scald. I really thought about Flip Turn, but if he stayed in with Scizor, which was potential for knockoff, I really wanted to Scald in case of Scaldburn, plus it does a little more damage. You know, just keep him honest. If Barraskewda tried to come in, that would take burn as well. If I could burn Gliscor that came in without Toxicorp, that would be lovely too. Sneasel doesn't want to come in on potential burn, right? Licky, who cares? I can just flip turn after. It's not going to do too much damage to me. So, after that, we're going to switch into Kyurem, as we've kind of determined Rotom can't really touch this. He's going to Volt Switch, but I know it's not going to do too much damage. Good chance he just goes into something like Curtis. He goes Barraskewda. That's got to be a close combat coming, so we're just going to go right into the Clef. If he Poison Jabs, rip us, but at this point in the game, that pretty well had to be a close combat. And we see from here, I didn't really check the first time, but he seems to be banded on Barraskewda, because we don't see Life Orb, and it just seemed to be in band range, so which is really good to know that the Barraskewda is banded. Obviously, he wants to flip turn a lot of the time, but it's just really nice to know. So we're going to fire off those Stealth Rocks again. We're out in range of the Overheat. He's going to defog, that's fine. I believe we put up a Wish, because I knew if we defog, then I'm in a spot where I can just put up rocks this time. So we are going to put up the rocks as we get the Wish back. And now we're going to go out hard into the Incineroar. I don't want to go Wartortle this time, because if he has Sword Stance, he's probably going to do it. Which he does. So we did read that correctly, which is always nice when we make the right reads. So we gave him a +1. Now he can't kill us with a superpower here. I really want to Parting Shot for momentum. But if he doesn't know I'm Scarf, I gotta go for it this time, right? Like, this is the turn to go for it. Because I don't want to take a +1 superpower on anything. Really? I mean, it would be back to neutral at that point, but I still don't really want to take that on anybody. I mean, I can go Clef, but Clef's in on a Scizor. Who wants that? So, we're just going to fire off the Flare Blitz. It'll do decent damage to anything coming in. And it will kill this thing. Even if he's max defense. Boom. So he does drop, which is lovely. That is a big swing. Getting rid of Mega Scizor this matchup is massive. That thing threatens this, that thing's annoying for this, that thing threatens this, that thing... This thing kind of helps it, but it can't deal too much damage back. If this thing is dead in the water against it, right? That is a really big swing. He's going to go into Gliscor now. And I kind of need to switch. I could have gone into Hawlucha, but I wanted to go Wartortle. I do have the Ice Beam, which I thought about clicking. I didn't think he'd want to stay, so I believe I flip turned here. We take that pretty well. He's going to Sword Stance. I believe I flip turn, if I remember right. Yes, I did. So I kind of wish I had Ice Beam. It wouldn't have killed But that's okay. So, I mean, we go Kyurem. We are not max speed. He can kill me with a Stone Edge here. Uh, which I thought about this a lot on this play, just because if he clicks Stone Edge here, we could be in trouble. Kyurem is really good right now. Gliscor is super annoying. Kyurem is good versus Gliscor. Kyurem's good versus Barraskewda, especially since it's banded. If it's locked into anything else, I can deal with that. Yeah, so we kind of want to keep Kyurem. It's also our switch into Rotom Heat. So I kind of need this thing. So if he clicks Swords Dance here and is max speed, gulp. So I gotta hope he doesn't want to risk this beat tie, is basically the hope here. So we're gonna fire off the Freeze Dry. We're not gonna mess around. He's gonna go Licky Licky, take the Rocks Chip, and we'll take that Freeze Dry. We are gonna go out into, I don't remember. Oh no, we're gonna sub. That's right. Because I want to get, I figured he might Toxic. He goes for Ice Beam, which doesn't break the sub, so that is lovely. We take those. We're going to fire off the Toxic here. He's switching to Toxic as the Gliscor now, but behind the sub, Gliscor doesn't want to deal, especially not at, he's not +2. Ice Beam again. Now we'll break the sub. I believe I roosted. Oh, no, sorry. I believe I roosted. Sub again? Subbed again. Subbed again. I plan to roost here, which gives Barraskewda, so I am going to roost here. He's going to crunch to break the sub. I am out of, well, we know he's banded, so he can't, he has to crunch again, which will do a decent chunk of damage, but it's not going to kill us. I would like to take out a Barraskewda, please. Now, this does put us in range of some stuff with Gliscor, which is not ideal. He's going to go Sneasel. I don't want none, son, so I'm going to get out, go into Clef. He's take the Rocky Helmet damage. He's going to go Knockoff. I really actually expected Poison Jab there. Knockoff makes sense. Get rid of the Rocky Helmet. He's got a Sword Stance now. I believe I just teleported out. Yeah, I didn't want to stay in on that. I go into Incineroar. I'm not going to lie. Forgot about the inner focus thing. I had to hope that the bluff was good enough here, because he could kill me with Low Kick if he had it, which I'm assuming he did. So, good thing that bluff worked, because that could have been quite bad, quite bluntly. But we're just going to fire off a Flare Blitz. And we do take out the Licky Licky, which is nice. We are taking pretty big damage on the recoil here. That's okay. Rotom Heat's going to come in. Going to go into Raikou. Expected defog here, which it does come, which makes sense. He's trying to keep Sneasel healthy. We're going to Calm Mind. I really thought about subbing, and I probably should have. But Calm Mind fixed the damage on Rotom and the Sneasel, and not quite the Gliscor, but it put me in better range. He's going to Icicle Crash. If he gets a flinch, this could be a real problem. We're going to just fire off a Discharge, because if he can hard Gliscor there, that's fine. We're in the same situation anyways. He's going to go Gliscor here. I'm going to sub just in case he Sword Stances. What I didn't expect was Rock Polish, which changes how this plays out a little bit, because I did max 70 this time, so I don't regret not Scalding. Because he can still kill me with an Earthquake after anyways. But, you know, not the most ideal situation we're in at the current moment. So we're going to fire for Scald. No point in going for the second Calm Mind, don't be greedy. But it's not going to kill, as I said, it does up to 70 max. So we're in a weird spot here, because this could be a problem. We know he has Sword Stance. We're going to go Hawlucha on the Earthquake. I'm going to click Taunt. He's going to take the time of Sword Stance first, so I was kind of hoping he'd hit into me first, but that's okay. And we are going to go for the sub play here, just in case he gets greedy or something. He's going to Facade. He's going to pop our Leishi, but obviously we are. That means we're not going to get the sub. I was thinking Unburden might scare him out here with the Leishi, even though I wasn't Unburden, but which would have been quite nice for Chip here, but that's okay. Goes for Facade, takes us out. But at this point, what I saw was Clef can still take one, so while he's taunted, which the taunt was super important there to keep him from getting to extras on the Hawlucha. If we can get a Wish into the Kyurem, we're in great shape. So we can go into Clefable. We can click Wish. We'll live one. And he's probably going to Sword Stance here, but we're going to click Teleport. If he kills us, that's fine. We just have to get the Wish into cure him. That's all that matters, is cure him is on the field at the end of this turn. Which he is. Thank goodness he didn't have Stone Edge. But from here, he needs a crit to kill. He's at +3. He can do a whole heck of a lot of damage to me, but he can't quite kill me. He goes for Earthquake. Gets the 82. No crit, thankfully. That would have been really sad. I don't believe that crit mattered. He didn't say it did either. I don't think it did. I was calculating pretty well maxed out special defense version. But, yeah. So he says GG. Unfortunately here, I do have to kind of play an ugly endgame here just because everything's in range of an Overheat or an Overheat crit. Or Volt Switch crit, in the case of our little turtle friend. So, yeah, the Overheat goes to minus, and I'd love to just kill, but Freeze Dry's not doing much. Toxic's actually the quicker way to kill him. So we Roost again. Now we can click Toxic. I don't love playing this endgame. I'd rather just kill, but I wasn't really in a spot to just kill, so he says kill me, please. With Toxic, he Pain Splits. If he hadn't a Pain Split, I could have just Freeze Dried from here. Pain Split, now there's situations with Pain Split, crits, so we gotta sub. I'm trying to, I'm so far in the gutter, I have to kind of crawl my way back a little bit. Goes Defog. Now, see if he clicked Defog on the Pain Split turn, I could have made this quicker, but now we just click Freeze Dry, but he's just gonna forfeit. So, Kiram's gonna get the kill, but and I do say sorry for that. And I will say it here as well. I don't like playing that endgame, but it just because everything was in range of crits. And nothing killed this, actually, straight off. Unless Incineroar might have, but I don't think so. So I kind of needed to play the long game on it, unfortunately. Didn't really want to, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright. Have a nice day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. We finally get off the snide in the DGBA, and I will see you all next time.